While out running errands one day, a woman spotted a man holding a sign. Homeless and in need of help, this man wasn't asking for money, food, or a job, though. The sign was unlike any that she had seen before, and it compelled her to help him. What the guy was asking for was in fact help for his very special friend. More than 2 decades ago, Wilma Price had been out grocery shopping when she spotted a group of teens in the parking lot, and what she saw them doing would change her life forever. Yes, it set her on a path to selflessly help those in need and unable to help themselves. Price saw these delinquents kicking a defenseless dog right there in the parking lot. Heartbroken, she picked up the dog and took him home. What's more, she nursed him back to health, and he stayed with her for 10 happy years. It was this incident and the decade-long companionship that followed which inspired Price to set up Mr. K's Pet Shelter, named in honor of her rescued 4-legged friend. Since 1995, she has dedicated her life to rescuing and rehousing abandoned dogs in and around Houston, Texas. Running errands in Huntsville, Texas, one day, Price was picking up some meds for her rescue dogs when she spotted a man in the Walmart parking lot. Homeless and in need of help, he was holding a sign that prompted her to strike up a conversation. Unlike the usual signs that Price sees in the hands of the homeless, it didn't say "I need a beer," or "lost my job" or "need help." This man's sign spoke to her in a way that no other had before. It said, "Dog and pound. Need help." Price pulled up her car and started talking with the homeless man. A man named Patrick had recently been released from jail. Patrick had spent 2 days behind bars for the minor offense of trespassing. For his dog, however, it was a different story. When Patrick was arrested, his dog, Franklin, was taken to a dog pound. And now, Patrick was trying to raise enough money to get his loyal companion back. For an impound fee, a shot, and a health check, the pound wanted $120 to release the dog. It may not sound a lot to some, but $120 is a king's ransom to the unemployed and homeless. Patrick simply didn't have it. It's a lot of money to Price, too, who had only $8, but nevertheless, she was so touched by Patrick's situation that she was determined to help. Price made a couple of phone calls, naturally cautious before handing over such a large sum of money to a complete stranger. She called the dog pound, which confirmed that the story was true, and then she called a friend to help out with the money. Upon talking to Patrick some more, Price found out more about him. Aged 30, Patrick told her about his circumstances and how he had ended up in his predicament. And after a few minutes talking, she told him she would get his dog back. So they headed to the pound. At the pound, Patrick filled in all the paperwork to have his dog, Franklin, released. Franklin was in good health, remarkable given Patrick's situation. It was clear that despite his circumstances, Patrick took good care of his 4-legged friend, carrying his bowl and toys in his backpack. And when man and dog were reunited, it was clear just how much they meant to each other. Price wrote, "The dog was shaking when he came out of the pound. So happy to see the man." And Franklin wasn't the only one overcome with emotion. Had tears in his eyes when the dog came out, Price noted. She wrote, "That man loves that dog." On his backpack was the dog's bowl and toys. He's helping the dog against the world. The man was very, very grateful. So grateful, in fact, that Patrick offered Price something in return. Yes, as a sign of gratitude, Patrick offered Price all the money that he had already collected to go toward the dog's release. But Price refused. More important to her than any kind of reward was to see Patrick and his dog eat well that night. Then Patrick dropped a bombshell. Patrick told Price that he always makes sure his dog is taken care of before himself. And so, although she would return Patrick with Franklin to the parking lot where she had first met him, she was so touched by the pair's bond that she pledged to help him again. In fact, she set up a donations page via her dog shelter website. Anyone wishing to help Patrick and Franklin can pledge money, which Price will pass on to the pair. She also returned to take Patrick to Dallas to arrange an ID to help get him back on his feet. Price said, "I wish I had the money to get the man a room for a week and let him and Franklin regroup, but unfortunately I don't. All I can do is give him his dog and pray that life gives the man a break." In a video posted to Price's Facebook, it's clear that Patrick indeed means the world to his little dog. Left in the car with Price, Franklin soon looks visibly distressed while waiting for Patrick to return, perhaps thinking that he'd been left alone once more, just as he had been at the dog pound. Price says, sometimes you just have to dig deeper and do what's right in your heart. We've all been in a bad situation in our life, so remember, always pay it forward. You never know who that person might be that you help.